I'm in Greenville, Virginia, pulling up to an off-road adventure rider instruction course to see if my 2020 Harley-Davidson Livewire long way up edition, if that's what we're going to call it, to see how it's going to stack up in performance against other ICE adventure bikes on the market. There's a Pan America, there's a Tenere 700, there's an Africa Twin, there's a Triumph Tiger, all of these big brand off-road adventure bikes, and we're going to see how the Livewire stacks up, or to see if it can even hang with them throughout the day. Yeah, man, go ahead.
Paul was telling me that you were going to be here, or that this bike was going to be here. I think that's pretty badass.
Thank you.
Did you build it yourself?
Yeah, I did everything. Well, with the exception of the brake lines and suspension tuning, but I did everything else.
Okay. Is it a Pan America front end?
Yeah, the entire front end's Pan America, except for the handlebars. Handlebars are the original Livewire, but everything else is Pan America.
Rad.
When you bought the Livewire, this is what you wanted to do, or you just did it?
Yeah. Yeah. Originally, so this is I have another Livewire that's just stock.
Okay.
I kept it for the street. But yeah, I mean, ever since I saw Long Way Up, and that's what got me into motorcycles.
Okay.
I mean, I've only been riding for 2 years, but yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
That's cool.
You know, right off the bat, I'm at a pretty big disadvantage with my bike compared to all these other ones. I have a lower ride height, I'm belt driven, not chain driven. They can go a lot farther than mine can go. Mine can only go about 100 miles, theirs can go like 300 or 400 miles. They've got clutches and gears, so they may be able to negotiate terrain better than I can. And on top of all that, my bike is incredibly heavy. It's probably the heaviest bike that's out here. I'm not gonna cast the Livewire out just yet. I wanna see what this thing can really do off-road and see how it holds up with all these other bikes. We're doing a warm-up ride just to get everyone loose. So now we're working on our turns, and it's just like turning in a parking lot. You just got to lean the bike, keep your weight over the tire. Oh, the dude just went down. And the grass is very slippery. Feel my back end going out.
So it looks good overall. You're letting the bike roll underneath you. You're one of the better ones most of the time. But your vision's off, right? So you're looking through, you're turning early. So when you go in, you turn in, you scan it, allow you still to go where you've already scanned, and then square it off. So you're not turning early. So that's a vision. Okay.
As with all motorcycle disciplines, there are two ingredients that should never be mixed: ego and speed.
You okay? You hit your head pretty good, man. You alright? Shoulder. I don't know if you can do anything with that, but... Just take a minute. Yeah. I got the bike. Oh shit. Alright, let me reset. I got nothing to
Hang on, this is all spinning too.
So what was that?
Well, first of all, you were flying through that turn. I was trying to tell you to slow down a little bit. Too much speed coming in. I think also you made a correction through the turn. You just put too much input into the bike as it was already kind of not, and you weren't on top of it. You were kind of inside of it too much. You just lost traction and you washed the front.
There's nothing more humbling than a little bit of self-induced body pain. I'm starting to realize that off-road riding takes way more skill than I thought, and I really need to just start focusing on what I'm doing. Up next, we're doing something called the maze. It's like a half a mile or a mile of nothing but twisty little trails through a field. There are no straightaways, and it's on the side of a hill, so we're really having to tie in all the skills that we learned in the last field here. Damn.
You drag that trailer, didn't you get that?
Yeah, we got this. You guys want to go to lunch?
Why didn't you get on that side?
So he was from a standing
No, he had this foot on this side of the bike.
on the left side.
Yeah. He was,
So
he was
yeah,
like
all that
this.
weight just went that way.
He was like this, not. I didn't understand, unless that's a form, practice.
He ditched the bike. And also he's lucky that he didn't hit any trees going down. It was like the perfect spot to do this. So now they're figuring out how to kind of develop a plan to run the bike up that way. So Paul, one of the instructors, has a winch on the back of his bike. So he's going to hook it around this tree. And instead of trying to get the bike going this way,
All right, I don't have my phone.
we're going to try to pull it straight up.
There we go. All right, we're good.
Woo. Good recovery.
So this is something else we do. If this was something where we could help him walk it up, instead of having a bunch of people on the bike pushing while he's trying to balance it and we're fucking it up because we're thinking we got it in balance and messing up his balance, what these soft ties allow us to do is get up here.
To get out of it.
So now I can be out of the way. All I'm doing is providing power.
And he can balance it out.
And then he gets to balance and I'm not helping him.
Yeah, yeah. Makes
So
sense.
having a set of soft ties like that, whether you're tying the bike down or just using them for toe straps on the crash bars, very handy.
I'd say most of the things that we're learning here is how to negotiate challenging terrain without getting yourself tired, because of just the amount of times that that the bike may go down unanticipated, or you have to turn it around, or just all different kinds of reasons. And so it's more of like working smarter, not harder. Like right now, you know, I'm really not doing any effort turning the bike around. The bike's just leaning into me. So the greater the lean angle, the tighter the turn. It's pretty smart. You know, just think about how many times you've been so tired that it leads to more mistakes. So that's what we're trying to do, is do things in conserving energy. So this requires more skill than I anticipated, but it's good though. So we're working on moving the bikes up a hill. It's all about traction management. And tell you what, adventure riding is work. It's not as easy as street riding. So we're taking a little break, and Bret takes us all down here to this obstacle and says that we're gonna jump it tomorrow. And it looked a little high, you know, for my ground clearance. Obviously I've got the lowest bike here, but I don't think you really understand exactly how high this thing is. I mean, it comes right at the axle of my front wheel. That's how high it is. I mean, look at the ground clearance on the bike. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna get the Livewire over this. He's crazy. You're crazy, Bret. Not gonna happen. So there's two things that have me really worried about performing tomorrow. The first is going down a really steep hill. It's about a 30-degree slope, and what worries me about that is just the weight of the Livewire, how heavy it is. If I hit a rock the wrong way, or if the bike tips in a certain way, I really don't think that I'll be able to recover it, and it's going to end up tumbling down, kind of how that bike did early today. And the other concern I have is being able to go over obstacles. The motor's at the very bottom and there's nothing protecting it. It's a cast aluminum motor housing. If it gets hit hard enough on an obstacle, going over a tree or a rock, it's gonna crack that motor housing, and that's gonna be it. That's like an $8,000 repair. Right now, I'm not confident that that it's gonna turn out well. Well, this rain isn't gonna make the day any easier. We're starting off doing the maze, which some of the guys are still having a little bit of trouble with as far as traction goes. We're gonna practice braking downhill.
Nice. Very good technique. Vision slow.
And then we're gonna get a demo on how to get over obstacles using some telephone poles. The best bike in the world, but if you're not confident in yourself, if you're not confident in what you're able to do, if you're not confident that you can push the bike and yourself past what your limitations are, damn, this is steep, then you're never going to be a good rider. Woo! Oh my God. Oh. It doesn't matter what bike it is. It's about who's behind the handlebars.